What is up, everyone? So I thought I would share one of my welcome gifts from the USCCA. They send this out at least whenever I joined. I got this, and I got a vault case, and also got a range bag, but I want to beef this up a little bit. So before I did that, I thought I would share what it comes with right out the gate. It does have the molly backer that's Velcro, so you can attach this, and then this becomes a rip away pouch. So let's see here. It comes with this little hank of paracord. I don't know. It's pretty decent. Not much there, but has this little flip out thing over here. Comes with some antibacterial wipes. Comes with an emergency bandage. And this little pouch. Some of the stuff I took out of the packaging, some of it I didn't. Comes with a little whistle. It comes with this little, yeah, it's like a magnesium bar with a ferro rod and a striker. Comes with a tactical pin. Let's see. I'm not sure what refill that is, but that's all right. So it does have the glass breaker. Twist to open. Comes with a little flashlight, which I'm guessing does not have batteries in it. Let's take a look. It may have the, nope, no batteries. We'll put some batteries in there and see how bright it is. Comes with this very interesting multi-tool. Got a little carabiner right there. Serrated knife, regular knife. Man, for all the machine oil on this, it's kind of sticky. Not too bad. Comes with a compass. Let's see if it actually, yeah. It does work. That way is north. It's not a bad compass. Signaling mirror. And that is it. So really not bad. Comes with quite a bit of kit already in it, and the bag itself, let me get this stuff back out of the way. The bag itself is not bad. It is that lined canvas, so it's going to give it a little bit of water resistance, but of course all the stitching allows entrance points for liquid. That's funny. So it does have a drain hole. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's still plugged. Take our nifty pin and see if we can pop that out. There we go. The plug was still in it. That's funny. So not a bad little kit. A little bit of final touch-up stuff that could have been done, but you know, it's a giveaway item. They do sell these. I think these run like $155, and really for all you get, that's not bad. I mean, it does come with an emergency bandage and stuff. So get all this stuff kind of staged back in here, and we'll see what all we're going to add to this to make it a little more substantial of a kit. Alright, as you can see, we're going through stuff, adding stuff. I don't feel this is going to be really enough, so I'm going to go with a larger hank of paracord. This is roughly 30-40 feet. And then also, although these aren't the greatest in the world, they do work, but I don't like these little chains on here. So we are going to remove said chains and add some reflective bright orange paracord. I don't know how well this is going to show up. I don't know if you can see that or not. I already took the batteries out of the flashlight, but this is lined with little dots of reflective cordage so that it'll show up if you hit it with a flashlight, and then also it's bright orange, so that's going to make it easier if you drop it to find it. Also put the batteries to the flashlight in one of these little pill bags just to keep them separate, dry, clean. Even cheap batteries will last many years if stored correctly. These have a date of April of, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but right here it says April of 2031. So got a long time for that. Not keeping them in here keeps them from, you know, discharging, going bad, corroding, all that stuff. So let's get us a little piece of this here. This cordage is really rigid too. It breaks in over time, but let's get us a piece long enough to make sort of a neck lanyard out of. Probably way too long, but better than it being too short. So there we go. Now if we need this, end up dropping it or whatever, it will be a lot easier to find. This thing evened out here so we can wrap it up. I'm also going to add some other items to the fire starting section of this pack. So it came with mostly everything to cover all the bases. It came with some medical, it came with some navigation, signaling, came with fire starter, came with whistle for signaling, came with a pen. It did come with this little bunch of paracord that we're going to replace with a bigger one, but I am also going to add in a lot more medical and boo-boo gear. This is one of those things that, yes, it's a lot to a degree, but when you need it, you need it. So all of this here is going to be put into a vacuum sealer bag and sealed up for a couple of reasons. One, when you vacuum seal it, it takes the volume of this down considerably once you remove all the air, and two, it'll keep it dry and clean. Of course, you know, none of this stuff is completely sterile to begin with, but you definitely don't want it, you know, getting wet or nasty. It's going to be in this bag possibly for years. You may never use it, but when you do use it, you want it to be clean. So that is why I do that to all this stuff. I'm also going to add a couple of just small grocery store trash bags. The uses for these, there are so many uses for those. Get the rest of the stuff together. We'll get some of this stuff vacuum sealed. I'm going to add some regular bandages to this. This just had some burn cream, some hydrocortisone, and some alcohol wipes and then a few butterfly bandages. I'm gonna put some more band-aids in here, and then we'll start putting this thing together. Alright, so this is now much more compact, and we'll fit in here nicely. And what this has is 3 different abdominal pads, some stretch gauze, and some medical tape. I'll go ahead and put the medical tape in here to keep it dry and clean so that it retains being able to stick to things. And then to get these open quickly, I just cut a little spot right there. And so in the heat of the moment, to know where to grab and rip it apart, I just put some red Sharpie, and that way you can just pull this out, grab right here and rip, and you'll know that this will open up for you. So this will all go together as a little more substantial bleed kit. Alright, to add to our little boo-boo kit, we're going to add a few different style bandages, mainly just regular ones for small boo-boos and whatnot. And then also I'm going to add a set of these 3M steri strips. You're not going to be able to see it. These are, if you get a cut, you know, if you're doing something with your knife or whatever and end up cutting yourself, you can close the wound with these and then cover it. So we have those, and then also I'm going to throw in a few packets of Purell hand wipes just to be able to clean yourself up, especially if you're fixing to have to do any kind of wound care. You want to make sure you're clean. Alright, so we're starting to get this all lined out. We're going to put the big emergency bandage up here along with the boo-boo kit. We got the little multi-tool. I'm not super impressed by this thing, but it is definitely better than nothing. And I don't want my EDC multi-tool in here instead of on me, so it's going to stay in here. The flashlight, the pen, the tactical pen. So put everything loose in here. So we got the little fire starter, the batteries, the hand sanitizing wipes, the whistle, and we're going to add this to the fire starting. It's a single Tender Quick and a book of matches in a plastic bag. Keep it dry. We'll also add a mini Bic in here when I get some more. And then I'm also adding a Mylar blanket. Every kit should have a Mylar blanket. Just my opinion. Could save your life. And then I think what we're going to do is we are going to put an orange lanyard on the compass and the mirror to make them easier to find, especially in the dark, because let's be realistic, survival doesn't always happen during daylight hours. So we'll do that, and then we're going to put them in this back compartment back here. Alright, so now we have bright orange on each of these. I will say I'm fairly impressed with the compass. It definitely seems like a pretty decently made cheap one, if I can ever get these to be even here. So we will put these back here as such. Place our emergency bandage right here. Space blanket, Mylar blanket, whatever you want to call it. Our little flip over. Doesn't go as tight as one would think, but let's take this off. I do like it though. I like that subdued flag, but I am going to utilize this clip to hold everything together. So there we go. Let's see. And we could always add something here and here. The multi-tool does have a knife, both serrated and smooth edge, so probably not the best knife in the world, so I may add a small fixed blade in here along one side on the interior, but it actually all fit pretty well. Of course, we can mount this somewhere if we would like. What I usually do with these, if I'm not mounting it, is I will go ahead and run it through the MOLLE. As you can tell, it is off center just a little bit, but overall that's not too big of a deal. I just don't like these flapping around. If I choose to mount it to something, I can always undo these and make that adjustment. They are really off. You can see how much that one curved over, but that's okay. This kit is more of a throw in your trunk. One other thing I am going to add in here, I just haven't got my box out that contains them, is some water purification tabs. Now granted, this doesn't have any kind of container. I do have some of the plastic, they're like tall and skinny plastic containers that you can put water in, but this is more of a supplemental kit. You know, hopefully you already have some sort of container that you can put water in, or you may be able to scab it and find something if it's that big of an emergency that you actually are having to do that. But I will put a sleeve of water purification tabs in here. I don't think a life straw would fit in here. I think a Sawyer Mini minus, well, the bag may fit, and maybe that's what we'll do. But it does need some sort of water purification. So we'll add that, add a Bic lighter, but yeah. So far, there it is, upgraded in all of its glory. So, not sponsored in any way, but thank you, USCCA, for the welcome gift. Till next time, guys, take care.